cutting income tax by 15%, so your hard work pays off. That's why Trump wants the Liberals back in power. He knows that they are weak, and they will keep Canada weak. Wear turbans and kippas and other headwear. I support your right to wear your symbols. I don't believe the government should tell you what to wear. Well, we want to work with the Indian government to get a direct flight from Vancouver and from Toronto to Amritsar. The Liberals have failed to do that after a decade in power. They have not got a single direct flight.
Very good morning, Pierre.
Thank you very much for having me on the show.
Thanks for giving us time, sir. Thank you.
It's a privilege, and we're very pleased today. We're pushing our platform. It's called Change. Change so you can afford food and housing. Change so you can be safe on your street. Change to bring home the Canadian promise.
And Pierre, how is your costed platform different from the Liberals one?
It couldn't be more different. To start with, Mark Carney has adopted Justin Trudeau's platform. It's already written by the Liberal Party for Mr. Trudeau, and it added another $130 billion of extra spending and debt that will drive up the cost of food, taxes, housing, and everything else. After the lost Liberal decade of skyrocketing crime and cost of living, we cannot afford a fourth Liberal term. We need a change with a new Conservative government that will cut waste, cap spending, lower taxes, and allow Canadians to enjoy affordable life in a safe neighborhood. Proposals include cutting income tax by 15%, so your hard work pays off, taking the GST, the federal sales tax, off new homes so you can afford a place to live. We will also lock up the criminals so that it is safe in your community again.
If you become Prime Minister, how will you tackle Trump and his tariffs?
From a position of strength. Right now, the Liberals have made us weak. They have taxed our businesses, shut down our industries, driven our $500 billion south. And they did all of this with Mark Carney as the economic advisor to Justin Trudeau. That's why Trump wants the Liberals back in power. He knows that they are weak, and they will keep Canada weak. We need strength. So I will be cutting taxes on work, home building, energy, and making stuff in Canada. We will, for example, we will bring in the Canada First reinvestment tax cut, zero capital gains tax if you reinvest your money in Canada. We'll rapidly approve pipelines, mines, data centers, LNG export plants to bring home our production and to ship it overseas so we no longer have to go through the Americans. That's how we'll reverse the decade of Liberal weakness and stand up for Canada from a position of strength for a change.
And wearing religious symbols will be difficult while serving government services under Bill 21 of Quebec. So what is your plan to tackle it?
I am against Bill 21. I support the right of people to wear turbans and kippas and other headwear. I support your right to wear your symbols. I don't believe the government should tell you what to wear. In fact, as I said when I was in Quebec on this, my security detail from the RCMP, as a gentleman who wears a turban, he's willing to lay his life on the line to defend my family. He should absolutely have the right to keep his job. Remember, it was Brian Mulroney, the Conservative Prime Minister, who first gave Sikhs the right to wear turbans while serving in the RCMP. And in that conservative tradition, I will always defend your religious freedom.
And will you please let us know about the seniors benefit and the tax cuts you announced previously?
Yes, I've announced that we will ensure seniors can continue to retire at age 65, collecting their full OAS, CPP, and GIS. I will also allow seniors who choose to work to keep $34,000 tax-free so that hard work actually pays off for a change. and we honor the rich wisdom of those older workers who could choose to continue contributing to our country.
And sir, you have said that if you form the next government, you will start direct flights from Canada to Amritsar to Punjab. So, what is your refreshed plan on that?
Well, we want to work with the Indian government to get a direct flight from Vancouver and from Toronto to Amritsar. The Liberals have failed to do that after a decade in power. They have not got a single direct flight. Singapore, Malaysia, Uzbekistan, UAE, UK, Italy, they all have direct flights to Amritsar, but Canada does not. Liberals have failed. We cannot afford a fourth Liberal term of failure. We need a change with a new Conservative government that will fight for a direct flight to Amritsar.
And Mr. Poilievre, what would you like to add to whatever has been mentioned as yet?
Well, after the lost Liberal decade of rising cost and crime, Mark Carney proposes to spend even more money than Trudeau and release even more criminals into your streets. We can't afford a fourth Liberal term. We need a change with a new Conservative government that will cut waste, lower taxes, build homes, and bring back the Canadian promise. We want everybody who works hard to be able to afford a beautiful, nice home on a safe street, protected by strong laws in the country we know and love, Canada. Let's bring it home.
Mm-hmm. And what is your message for our listeners today?
Please have hope. A better day is coming. I know the last 10 years of Liberal government have been horrible for people. The housing costs have doubled. Crime is overtaking all of our streets. The people are lining up at food banks because they can't afford to feed themselves. This can't go on. We need a change. We need a change with a new Conservative government. And I will be privileged to lead that change.
Thank you very much. Have a nice day, sir.
Thank you very much. Let's bring home change, my friends.